Hello to all Ghana loving Ghanaian. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time I'm coming to you. Welcome to Message, where it's all about country and people for a better Mother Ghana. Strictly patriotism. Please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, share with other Ghana loving Ghanaians, so collectively together we can do something about the Ghana that has been handed over to us by the most famous Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Today I want to have a look at the excessive floods in Accra. This is not yesterday's issue. It is not today's issue. It's been ongoing. And actually, a friend on Facebook actually shared a a newspaper called Graphic, where there was a caption about the floods in the 60s. Okay? And some comment to say, look, this situation is not going to change. Why do we think that way? If the situation will not change, that means it's a choice, it's a decision. We have decided that the situation with floods in Accra will not change. And I think it's deliberate, it's refusal, failure of our leaders to prioritize what are the necessities that need dealing with, rather than endless loans for superficial activities. There's been a lot of videos circulating. I've managed to get a couple of them, as you will see in the background, about the condition. In some parts of the world, if that happens, some of the roads will be blocked off. But the issue is this: when the roads are blocked, there are no other alternatives. So the people of Ghana have to put their life at risk driving through the floods. Floods that is sufficient, with current sufficient to drag a car along. We are driving through it. You see, and it's painful. I say it's painful because as a Ghanaian, I believe strongly that we are smart, we are intelligent people, and we are tough. So why are we doing this to ourselves? If since the 60s, this flood issue has been ongoing, then we should not be blaming it entirely on the behavior of people who live in Accra, because some are of the argument that the flood is as a result of people putting solid stuff in the drains. No, that is a fact. But let me give you a more better fact. The drains are woefully inadequate, and in some instances, the drains don't exist at all. So where do you want the water to go through? To worsen it off, some people have built on the drainways. How did that come to be? Because those locations are identified as where the water channels will go through. So who allowed them to build? Not to speculate, it is a known issue that people pay to be allowed to build in those places. And in one of the videos, as you can see, the bars, the video with the showing the flood waters in the bars as they drive through, the gentleman was commenting that the flood on the Kaswa Road, because is as a result of the Chinese company being allowed to build to block the waterways. Would Ghanaians be allowed to do that in China? So why are our leaders being quiet with these things? If that company needs to be broken down, let it be broken down, because life is at stake. The whole motorway is flooded. Not just a little bit of water, sufficient to take a car, a truck. As you can see in the video, there's so many of them on the internet. And so what I have now is just a few. And it is quite appalling that we have, as you will know, our politics is a politics of big English and big names and big titles with nothing to show for it. Dr. this, Professor this. Yeah, it's a fact. If you feel offended I'm saying that, show me what you have done with your title to resolve these issues. We have young Ghanaians who are smart, intelligent to design a drain system in Accra to feed the bigger drains. The issue is even the smaller gutters they just build the gutters and they connect to nothing. You look around. Let's not pretend, like I'll say, let's come off our partisan horses and be factual and be observant and see the issues in our community. This issue that has the potential to consume Ghanaian lives, yet the Ghanaians that are suffering are yet jumping on partisan horses, pointing partisan fingers. That's unacceptable. We, the Ghanaians, are giving our politicians, our political leadership, reason not to do anything because they know we are divided. If I come out now and say something about NDC, somebody is going to say that I'm an MPP man. If I say something about MPP man is going to say I'm an NDC man. Get it from me, I'm none of those. Yes, by all means, vote for whatever party you want to vote for. By all means. Perhaps their manifesto appeals to you, or the things they believe in appeals to you. But when the elections are over, let's take a step back as a country and people and hold them accountable. And that is what is missing. And they play on that. And so long as we continue riding on these ruthless, senseless partisan horses, giving advantage to our political leaders, let's not expect any meaningful development in our country. Not because we can't, not because we could not do it, not because it cannot be done, because we have given our leadership the choice to. Why? Look at Accra. It says, I personally look at it from this point that the refusal of our leadership to prioritize, to have a plan of what is what and what will follow what. As far as development is concerned, both Accra and any of the regions, is a refusal to. Because most of our political leaders are learned people. And so sometimes I beg question in my own mind to say, what is it, a mentality issue? Is it a mindset issue? Or is just selfishness that has become wickedness? I say selfishness that has become wickedness because these politicians are going to be driving through the floodwaters too. It doesn't matter if they're going to buy houses or build houses on mountains, Iburi Mountains, Afajato Mountain, wherever, Ashoman Mountains. No, you will still drive through the lowlands where the flood is. And when the flood hits, you're not going home. That's a fact. And so that makes me think, this political leader that has built big mansions, have big cars, doesn't care where he's going to be driving his car. Because when you look at the roads that lead to their houses, that should tell you the kind of people that lead us. So long as they, in their cars, oh yeah, I have a V8 engine, and then they'll do this and get into their house, they are fine. It's a failure. And it's insulting. And when we say it, they said we are disrespectful. No. Let's call a spade a spade. You deliver, we tell you deliver. Most especially this current sitting government with so much rumors of corruption, misappropriation, forceful taking of government properties. I don't want to digress. Let me stay on the flood issues. As you can see in the video, people have to form a human chain so they can wade through the floods. We don't have an excuse not to have a sufficient flood system or drainage system with anti-flood system. Even if we cannot design it, if we cannot develop it or manufacture it, we live in a global village where the technology is there, the facilities is there. If we are comfortable to mortgage almost all our resources, to collateralize them, even the e-levy, the finance minister has hinted he wants to collateralize this. In effect, they want to go for more loans. So why don't we mortgage our resources for good facilities to be built, because there are companies around the world who will be ready to build it. We have machines now that can carry out boring of huge manholes without distraction to traffic in Accra. Everything goes on underground. What is the matter with us? Our drains are woefully inadequate. Let's put aside the solids. If you give contract to people like Zoom Lion, who sweeps the streets and leave the sand on the streets, where do you think the sand will go to when the rain falls? They go in the drain. Even that Zoom Lion contract for them to sweep Accra, where the dustbins are left, the wheelie bins are left for weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. These are not issues. I've witnessed it myself. I visited Pando, and then the bins, the wheelie bins that were given to the people is full and overflowing. I asked, how long it's been there? I was told it's been there for months. They never showed up. But this Zoom Lion company is being paid. What was his promise when he was given the contract? What facilities did he say he has? And he was given a contract. As usual, cronyism, friends and family, party members, usual things that are destroying Ghana. Country destroying behaviors. And when we, the country, should take a step back, stay together, and call out our leaders, irrespective of what party, we are there. NDC, MPP, this and that. Look at somebody's room, as you can see in the video. If this happens in the night, somebody's sleeping, they can just wake up drawn, dead. This is not a luxury issue. This is a necessity that needs to be fixed, and fixed now. Now then, the president is gone round and they are showing him speaking. They said, oh, we want to regenerate the Kole Lagoon and create recreational facilities. Since my days in Accra Academy, that has always been. Then they'll bring 2 graders. Sometimes when it's better, they'll bring two graders. Sometimes one sitting at what do you call it? Cycle. Portraying they are dredging. That dredge never finishes. I completed Accra 1996. And Kole Lagoon around Cycle and all those Graphic Road, all those areas is still being dredged. We are not taking this serious. It is a political show-off. If in Dubai, machines can be used to collect sand from the sea to form sufficient land to build on it, the Palm City, the World City, why can't we have the same facility to actually dredge, mechanically dredge the Kole Lagoon? You drive these graders into it and sit down there and be collecting sand. Look at the size of the drain. And those 2 graders, what can they do? Let's stop insulting ourselves. And to all learned, smart Ghanaians, even Ghanaians who have not been to school are very smart. Let's not use English speaking to be the way to judge the fact that somebody is smart or intelligent. English is not a measure of smartness or intelligence. It's a language of a group of people that we have learned to speak. Look at Accra. Why are we doing this to ourselves? We are better than that. But selfishness that has developed into wickedness is driving our political leadership. Not to digress, this John's issue that has started. Look at it. From the time this man began to acquire these facilities and when he became the forestry commissioner, begs question. I'm going to be reading the documents and I'll come back and ask questions from country and people point on this matter. No wonder I was so concerned that the president has signed an executive instrument to declassify, they say, a portion of the Achimota forest. Now we know why. What is the president's interest in the classification of a forest? A forest. When international policies are there, he should look into. Where there are major issues that affect country to be looked into, the lands and natural resources cannot look into the fact that, can we declassify? In other parts of the world, like United Kingdom, they call structures listed. For a structure to be delisted, a team of people are put together to discuss it in consultation with the people because they want to preserve their history. This small Achimota forest that wants to be preserved, our leadership don't care to destroy it. What are we made of? Are we not better than this? As you can see in the video, look at Accra. Look at Accra, the capital city of Ghana. And to those of you who say Ghana is solid, come off your partisan horses and look at the facts of the matter. At least if we have to start counting from the Fourth Republic, what do we have to show for it? Except superficial politics. Politics of denial. Politics of lies. It's not even inability. It's refusal to do. Driven by wickedness, selfishness. When political leaders are amassing wealth for their friends and family, the country is supporting them, saying that, oh, NDC has done, oh, MPP has done. When you are looking for food to eat and you don't even have a place to sleep, when you should join your fellow Ghanaians to say, yes, I don't care whether it's NDC or MPP, you are not doing what we expect you to do. But so long as we continue to be divided as a country, these political wolves will continue to devour the resources of our country at the expense of the needs and the necessities of country. As you can see in the video, that's the state of Accra. And yet, Ghanaians are comfortable to draw party lines and see party colors. Stop it. Come off the partisan horses. And let's collectively do something for our mother Ghana. If Kwame Nkrumah was selfish, he should have accepted bribe from the white people and we should still be slaves by now. But he didn't care about himself. He didn't care about the fact that his life was at stake. He didn't care about the fact that the tax masters could cause him harm. But one thing was in mind, it is time for Ghana to be free, and he succeeded. What are our political leaders or we are going to leave behind for our children? We are better than that. Remember this. We want Ghana to work. Ghana must work. Ghana can work. Let's make Ghana work. Till I come your way, God bless Mother Ghana. Long live the Fourth Republic. And please do like the video. Subscribe to the channel for more patriotic views from country and people point. And share with other Ghana-loving Ghanaians who desire to see the potential of Ghana. God bless you all.